How would you transfer a horse? Am I sounding really stupid? Do you just put a horse like in the cargo of a plane? No, no, I know it's stupid. No, I know I'm being stupid, but I'm imagining a horse in the cargo hold. So this video is called The Dominating Legacy of Silent Suzuka. Suzuka? 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 Who knows? Me soon.
Common theme in umamusume is inspiration of past generations. In previous videos, we've covered the inspiration of Tokai Teo by Symboli Rudolph, a nod to real-life events.
Oh, I really know that a lot of people want me to cosplay Symboli Rudolph, so I definitely want to know a lot about her. She looks so cute, and she has such a cool little outfit and everything too. I need to watch that video too later because I don't know anything about Tokateo? Is it? I don't know anything about that girlie. And I know lots of people love her. I think she's coming to the global release of Umamusume Pretty Dubby soon. Either that or she's in it already. His reaction to Eddie Uma, she's so cute. I know, but they are all so cute. Like, how can you not fall in love with them? Each and every one of them. They all make my heart so warm, and they're so positive, and it just makes my heart soar just seeing the girls like reach all of their dreams. It feels like a parent, you know. It feels like I'm a parent, like being really proud of like all of my child's achievements and everything.
Events and a source of motivation for Teo to try her absolute best.
Aww.
In doing so, Teo would inspire the main characters of Season 3,
That's
Kita-san
so
Black and
cute.
Satono Diamond.
I never actually watched the anime. My first experience of Umamusume is the actual gacha, Pretty Derby. But I really want to watch the actual anime because I've heard so many good things about it. And apparently the animation is really beautiful as well. So it's something that I will probably watch like very soon. I don't know where to watch it on. I don't know if it's on Netflix or something, but yeah, I'm so excited and I really want to watch it. I've been told that the anime is like actually incredible.
Though their stories will be saved for future videos to come, today I wanted to focus on a Season 1 fan favorite from the anime.
She's from Season 1! Wait, does the game follow the seasons of the anime? Is that kind of how it came out? Because I love Suzuka so much. Like, doing her story and learning about her in Pretty Derby has just been so sweet. I know toward the end she was talking about, I think it was her leg having issues and then she had to end her career or like something happened like that toward the end of reaching her goals. I think she spoke about, I think it was her leg or maybe her ankle hurting at points. So I hope that won't foreshadow to like the real life Suzuka because I really hope it won't.
One who inspired specially
so
and became her
sad.
closest friend. Once more, just like all Umas, this story is based on real life events. This is a story of Silent Suzuka,
She's so
the
cute.
runaway from another dimension who dominated the race course. Silent Suzuka was born on May 1st, 1994, in the town of Biratori, Hokkaido. Just like our previous video with Tokai Teo, Silent Suzuka was a stallion with a legacy continued on from his sire.
Aww.
Suzuka's sire was Sunday Silence, an American racehorse who
Sunday
retired
Silence and then Silent Suzuka, so they're both called Silence. That's so cute. Aww.
with a total of 10 races, with the lowest placement being second out of all of them.
Whoa.
Interestingly, despite being a horse from the United States, Sunday Silence would find himself venturing to Japan. Several factors played a
Whoa.
role in Sunday Silence's transfer to Japanese soil.
How would you transfer a horse? Am I sounding really stupid? Do you just put a horse like in the cargo of a plane? No, I know it's stupid. No, I know I'm being stupid, but I'm imagining a horse in the cargo hold. Or like if you bought multiple seats for a horse and just had it on the plane. No, it's so incorrect, but so funny. I assume maybe they're like shipped there? Or like not shipped as in a box, but like, you know, shipped there as in like on a ship. How do horses get transported? Mostly by ship? Yeah, I thought so. It would take a while though, wouldn't it? I'm surprised that the horses would be okay for so long, you know, in a ship in the middle of the sea. Because I know reaching America to Japan would be a pretty long trip, right? Like it would be, I don't know, a month at least. Amazon will overnight you a horse for enough money. Horse, tomorrow, stat! Oh, that's so bad. But yeah, deadass, I didn't really think about, you know, horses going from America to Japan, like how it would work.
At the time, Sunday Silence was named Horse of the Year in 1989 after winning the
Aww.
Kentucky Derby. Due to the dominating record of Sunday's career, it caught the attention of Zenga Yoshida, a prominent Japanese breeder who had already invested in Sunday Silence. Arthur Hancock III, the owner of the farm Sunday Silence was born on, was struggling with financial difficulties at the time. Due to this, and lack of interest from American breeders, Yoshida would claim ownership of Sunday Silence, taking him back to Japan.
Whoa.
This wasn't to race Sunday, but instead to make him a breeding stud for future race horses.
There's so many breeding studs. We learned the meaning of this last stream, and I didn't even know they existed, and it makes sense, but damn, imagine getting shipped all the way to Japan to be a breeding stud. Bro's career was over, went on a holiday to Japan, and became a breeding stud and retired in peace. God damn!
Low interest was also present in America due to an injury Sunday sustained following his retirement.
Aw.
Ironically, the same decorated horse who has met with skepticism from American breeders would lead to be one of the most successful sires for the future of Japanese horse racing.
Whoa.
Silent Suzuka would debut on February 1st, 1997 in Kyoto. Suzuka would take first place in this race, catching the eye of spectators with his debut.
Aw.
This wasn't a normal victory that people would see from a maiden race, but instead a complete blowout. Silent Suzuka would win this 1600-meter race by 7 whole lengths,
Holy.
a dominating performance of speed on a turf.
Dude! That level of speed is insane! You can barely even see Suzuka! You can see, like, I don't actually know what I'm witnessing. A leg? And a tail? Holy! Could you imagine being in the lead by that much?
Based race course. Even from an early age, Suzuka showed promise on turf-based tracks. This race would make Silent Suzuka a fan favorite.
Aww.
However, unlike his maiden debut, the remainder of the year wouldn't be so impactful. Over the following races that Suzuka would participate in, ranging from March 2nd, 1997 to December 14th, 1997, we'd see Suzuka experience highs and lows of his racing career.
Aww.
Suzuka would only win 2 of the 8 following
Oh,
races.
let me take a look. So, oh, this is where, so came first 8th, first 9th, second 6th, 15th, and 5th. Oh, that's interesting. Winning like quite a lot though. Like, you know, the last story we watched was Haru, so I think for that reason alone it's very different.
With the lowest placement being 15 at the Mile Championships in Kyoto. This, surprisingly enough, is all too common for Japanese racehorses. As I've stated in previous videos, the odds of a horse winning a race at all is already slim to begin with.
Yeah.
Most horses don't even reach 10 total races in their career, let alone
Aw,
persevere past that point.
they don't reach 10 races in their career? I didn't even know that. I thought, well, a lot of the horses that have been covered so far are ones that I've done, you know, like video research on. I thought they did like a lot of races. I didn't know most didn't make it past 10. Aww.
Suzuka's 1997 race history has a multitude of factors that led to losing the race. In the Yayoi Show, Suzuka's second race, held on March 2nd, 1997,
Suzuka would go under the gate before the race started,
what?
shaking the jockey and
Huh?
resulting in a low placement.
Bro said, nah, let me out of here. Let me out of here. Let me go. That's crazy. I hope the jockey and the horse were injured.
After a sequence of 2 wins following the Yayoi Show, Suzuka's new aim would be the Tokyo Yushun, or the Japanese Derby.
That's part of what made Haru so special. It's insane for a horse to run that many races. I didn't know. It was the first kind of story that I watched, so I kind of thought it was normal for them to run a lot. But yeah, the more that I'm hearing, the more I'm learning. It is not normal in the slightest to run that many races. That's incredible.
Fortunately, Suzuka would once more fall short of victory, placing 9th overall.
Aww.
At Suzuka's following race, the Kobe Shimbunhai, he showed promise, hanging towards the front until the home stretch. This seeming victory would be thwarted by Matikane Fukukitaru, who would overtake Suzuka in the final spurt.
Aw.
In the 2 races that followed, Suzuka would change jockeys from Hiroyuki Uemura, who'd been with Suzuka since his debut, to Hiroshi
Aw.
Kawachi. Hiroyuki would express his grievance with Suzuka failing to cooperate with his instructions. Over the course of multiple races,
It's a horse. I don't think it's gonna cooperate. A horse cooperating. It feels so weird because, they're animals. They're gonna be super unpredictable. Maybe it's just me. Is a skill issue on his end? No, because I feel so bad. Animals are always gonna be animals first. Send the jockey to the glue factory for failing the horse. Jockey, glue factory time. Get out. Get out. Glue factory time for you.
Suzuka would not respond well to his jockey's commands. This change will result in 2 more low placements for Suzuka.
Aw.
Just like with Hiroyuki, Kawachi also faced similar issues when trying to work with Suzuka as well. Silent Suzuka would prove to be difficult to work with for yet another jockey,
Oh.
resulting in another set of low placements in future races.
Aw, the
These
horse
being
looks
the
so
Autumn 10
sad.
no-show and the Mile Championships held in 1997. In addition to the jockey's difficulty to cooperate with Suzuka, his racing style was also not yet refined as well. Silent Suzuka had an odd racing style where he'd advance to the front of the pack, only to lose steam and fall behind as the race
Oh.
continued. Following the string of defeats, Kawachi would be replaced by Yutaka Take.
This is reflected in her ending. If you clear the URA finale, yeah.
The jockey who, for all but one future race, would be by Suzuka's side as his racing career continued into 1998. This would be the point where Suzuka will go from an average racehorse
Aw.
to one of the greatest horses to ever emerge from Japan. In the
One of
anime,
the greatest
Silent
ever?
Suzuka changes teams from Team Riel to Team Spica, a nod to the exchange of jockeys Suzuka would experience in his real career.
That's really cool. I didn't realize just how much attention they paid. That is so sick. That's so cool. I love it so much.
In the anime, it is stated that Suzuka disobeyed orders by ignoring her instructions to conserve energy, causing a rift between the trainer and Uma.
Aww.
Another parallel between the anime and real-life events are the circumstances leading up to Suzuka's transfer. The jockeys previous to Take, reflected in Team Riel, would not understand how to fully harmonize with Silent Suzuka, leaving untapped potential yet to be seen. Suzuka's transfer to Yutaka Take, reflected in her transfer to Team Spica, would showcase the true potential that Silent Suzuka had,
Oh, they look
and the
so
perseverance
cute.
to bring out the absolute best of his racing capabilities. Season 1 of Umamusume highlights Suzuka's dominating maiden debut and the final 2 races of his career, these being the
I know, okay. I know this probably sounds really stupid, but I didn't realize the horses they were racing, IRL, were the same ones from the anime and the game. I don't know. It's so cool. I didn't realize they actually raced each other IRL. I thought they were from I don't know, different time points, but it all seems to be within the same period. So they were actually racing each other. I don't know, it's so cute. I love it so much. Aww.
Mai Nichiokan and the Autumn Tenno show in 1998. In addition to these 2 highlighted races, 1998 would prove to be a dominating year for Silent Suzuka. In the 5 previous races Suzuka participated in, he'd placed first in every single one.
Huh? Also, that's nearly a race every month as well. That's crazy. No wonder why the horses, aren't able to do many races. Like, that's nearly a race every single month. There was a little bit of a gap, but a first in every single one. That's so cute. Aww. Imagine going from like 5th, 15th to first. Oh. That's indeed the case. The races are based on IRL races, including the results. That's so cool. Oh. I definitely want to watch the anime. This is like pushing me to want to be able to watch it, you know?
Not only this, but in addition to these dominating victories, 2 would be record-setting times.
Oh.
Suzuka's win streak in 1998 would also lead to a surge of interest in Japanese horse racing overall.
Let's go!
The period in which Suzuka raced would be dubbed as the golden age for race horses, with Suzuka being a major driving factor in revitalizing the popularity of the sport.
That's so
Suzuka
cute.
wasn't only winning races, but doing so by a wide margin against his competitors.
Whoa.
This would earn Suzuka the title of being the runaway from another dimension. And
I've heard of that. I've heard of that being called the runaway from another dimension. I didn't know what it meant until now. It sounds like it was just used to her. Well, her? Him? Horse being him? I never know which to use when I'm referring to the horses, because, like, you know what I mean? But, it sounded like, you know, the IRL horse, he went from, like, you know, having a bunch of losses to being, like, insane out of nowhere. And I just think that's so sweet. Like, imagine how sad the horse must have been when the trainer didn't want to work with them anymore. And then out of nowhere, they showed them just how strong he could be.
And on May 30th, 1998, that title would prove fitting for Silent Suzuka. At this point, Suzuka remained as an undefeated racehorse for 3 consecutive races in a row, these being the Valentine Stakes, Nakayama Kinen, and the Kokura Daishin, where Suzuka would set a record time.
That's
Popularity for
wild.
Suzuka had already skyrocketed, resulting in
A record time as well? Like, whoa. Isn't she referred to as something like otherworldly runner in the game? Oh, my heart.
high favor for Suzuka to win the upcoming G2 race. Despite Suzuka's popularity, the pool of horses he'd compete against were a very strong roster in their own regard. Suzuka would be put against multiple racehorses.
I love, this girlie that I pulled. Is that El Conopaza? Was it? She looks so, in the anime, she looks so funny. I love her. She looks so she looks like she has a ton of personality. Like her little grin on her face, it's great.
With winning streaks of their own, most notably Taiki Eldorado and Midnight Bet. For context, the Kinko show, the race Suzuka would participate in,
with the mask,
had a
it's
record
so
time
good.
of 2 minutes 1.4 seconds. This meant that in order to ensure victory, Suzuka would need to at least cross the finish line by the 2-minute mark.
Whoa.
No one would expect just how much lower Suzuka would set this time.
Really?
Suzuka's running style
Lower?
is a gamble in itself, a risky method that has a horse sprint at full speed right out of the gate. Utilization of this technique, dubbed as the runaway method, were used by horses who either disliked physical fights or had a strong desire to run ahead of the pack.
Aww.
For Silent Suzuka, his reason would be the latter. Despite the risky method, Suzuka remained at the front of the pack by a large margin. This race will result in
That's so
Suzuka's final
sweet.
time being
Oh my
1 minute and
gosh.
57 seconds, with Midnight Bet, the second place recipient, clocking in a time of 1 minute and 59 seconds.
Whoa.
Silent Suzuka has set a dominating record time, beating Bet by distance, with the official
Holy
documentation
moly. That's crazy. Beating it by that much?
staking by 11 horse lengths. This victory would
11?
solidify Suzuka's 4th consecutive win in 1998. On July 12th of the same year, Suzuka would compete in the Takarazuka Kinen, a G1 race that would truly test Suzuka's fighting spirit. Up until this point in his career, Suzuka had yet to claim a victory in a G1 competition. With the previous 4 victories,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure distance is you're more than 10 lengths, so we stop counting. Like, over 10 lengths? Yeah, Suzuka speed! Crazy how, like, from when he first debuted versus, like, then. That's wild. Yeah, her skill name is stated how she likes to run. What was it called? Like, oh, I'm trying to remember the name of her skill. It's like to the lead. Yeah, yeah, from the view from the lead is all mine. Oh, that's so sweet. And I remember in the story, it said something like she lost why she wanted to run, and we told her to just go running wherever she wanted. And she just remembered how much she loved running, and it was so sweet.
Victories being either G2 or G3 races. This race would also prove difficult due to Take being unable to jockey Suzuka.
Oh?
Originally, due to the distance of the Takarazuka Kinen, Silent Suzuka's handler would opt to not race him and instead plan to set the goal of winning the Autumn Tenno show later on in the year. Due to this, Take would instead jockey Airgrew for the Takarazuka Kinen. This was the plan.
Airgrew's like, looks so cool! With like the little yellow and the blue. And you can see it in like the mane as well. Oh, I love the colors. That's so pretty.
Until by sudden request of Suzuka's owner, he was suddenly registered for the G1 race. Due to the short time between registration and the race day, Suzuka was paired with Katsumi Minai. Worry quickly circulated due to Suzuka's history of previous handlers and if he'd be able to squeeze a victory with Katsumi as his jockey. Luckily for Suzuka, Katsumi was a well-seasoned jockey who had worked with multiple famous racehorses, most notably Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap. Even with a new jockey, Suzuka would manage to claim a victory for his 5th consecutive race in a row.
What the hell?
Katsumi had later recounted that it was as if the horse ran on his own.
That's wild.
The harmonization between jockey and racehorse was clearly present, and Katsumi highly rated Suzuka's overall capabilities on the racetrack. By this point,
that's such a lovely jockey. And I feel so sad about the other one who was like, I don't want to work with Suzuka anymore. Because Suzuka's unpredictable. Versus this jockey who was like praising Suzuka. Oh, that's so sweet. Like to have someone believe in you like that. Oh, my heart is so warm. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure the previous like first jockey was amazing. It's just, you know what I mean? Yeah, it feels like they're name-dropping other Umas, which is so lovely.
Suzuka was able to control his pace much more effectively, reducing the probability of running out of stamina mid-race. Suzuka would instead sprint at high speed right out of the gate, slow down and regain stamina midway through, and spurt on the final straight. With this being the final G1 victory for Katsumi Minai, he retired shortly after the Takarazuka Kinen, aiding Suzuka to maintain his chain of first-place finishes.
That's so sweet.
Following the Takarazuka Kinen, Suzuka would participate in the Mainichi Crown, as stated previously, a race that was showcased in Umamusume Season 1. Silent Suzuka will be put once more against a set of strong competitors. In this race, most notably, Grass Wonder and El Condor Pasa. This race was broadcasted to over 130,000 people, despite it being a G2 race. As personified in the anime,
130,000 people? Whoa!
Silent Suzuka would once more show clear domination in this race, beating both Grass Wonder and El Condor Pasa by a decent margin.
Holy!
In post-interviews held with Pasa's jockey, he would state that it was as if he couldn't even step on Suzuka's shadow, showcasing the sheer strength that Suzuka had to maintain a lead over strong competitors. This victory would mark Suzuka's 6th consecutive win in 1998, but would have much deeper meaning to Japanese horse racing. At the time, there was an order in place to protect Japan's domestic horse racing industry. A rule had been established preventing foreign imported horses from participating in G1 races. This was to avoid the now common practice of purchasing overseas horses for a cheap price that displayed strong pedigrees and racing potential. Both El Condor Pasa and Grass Wonder were product of this practice. The fear was present that with an influx of foreign horses, the reputation of Japanese ranches would plummet as well as the training methods native to the Japanese people. Silent Suzuka would shatter these notions with his dominating victory at the Mainichi Okan, proving once more that horses born and raised in Japan could very well be fierce competitors in their own regard. This victory would serve as an opportunity to lift the ban on foreign horses participating in G1 races. Silent Suzuka's career was at an all-time high,
That's so
but
sweet.
unfortunately, this would be where his luck would run out. With a staggering growth in popularity and thousands of adoring fans, Silent Suzuka will participate in the Autumn 10 No Show. Suzuka had previously participated in the Autumn 10 No Show a year prior. However, he had an unremarkable placement, finishing 6th overall. This time, Yutaka Take and Suzuka went into the race with high spirits, ready to show the audience yet another dominating victory. This would mark Suzuka's 7th consecutive win overall if he were to place first in this race.
Oh,
At this
sorry, paused that at the wrong time. I was like, it was his 7th win? Could you imagine? 6th consecutive win, and this could potentially be the 7th. That's crazy. Oh, he must be so proud
start
of
of the
him.
race, as the anime and real footage showcased, Suzuka wasn't only in the lead, but was in the lead by an incredibly large margin. The JRA race footage shows that Suzuka was so far in front of the pack that even a wide shot of all the competitors could barely capture Suzuka's staggering lead.
That's insane.
This was met with cheers for Suzuka to set yet another dominant victory once more. However, as Suzuka continued to run, everything suddenly changed. Suzuka began to decelerate, slowly grinding to a halt as his competitors passed him.
Why does this fill me with something bad happened, didn't it?
In the anime, Suzuka also runs irregularly, as if she lost her balance and tempo. Mid-race, Suzuka had fractured his left front leg, rendering him unable to finish the race.
Oh, no. Dude. Oh. Horses aren't able to cope with fractures in their legs very well, are they? Oh.
Race. An injury mid-race can be dangerous for both the horse and their jockey.
God, of course.
An example of this would be Rice Shower's mid-fracture causing his jockey, Matoba, to sustain injury with the fall. Suzuka, despite being injured, didn't topple and fall, but instead, as Take describes, it was as if Suzuka had attempted to protect him.
So the horse wanted to protect the jockey. That's so sweet. Even through all the pain, he didn't give up, just to make sure that the jockey was okay.
Trying all he could to not cause Take injury with a high-speed tumble. Race records for Suzuka show that he did not finish this race, and instead was transported off the racetrack for further examination. Later analysis of this footage revealed that this injury could have been avoided.
Avoided? The horse looks like it's in so much pain, the poor sweetheart.
It seemed as though Suzuka had run faster than his body could handle, and the repeated stress on his leg finally gave way. In the anime, we see Silent Suzuka begin to recover from these injuries and eventually return to—
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it also references this in the game, because it was talking about how her leg was hurting, and I was like, oh, I hope it wouldn't lead badly, but I had a bad feeling.
to the track once again. But this is all to pay respect to Silent Suzuka's legacy. It's common belief that horses will rebel and buckle if they feel threatened, or accelerate irregularly if their jockeys can't control them. This, however, was not the case for Suzuka. Take and Suzuka had an extensive history together, and encountered little to no conflict when on the race course.
So sweet.
Even recounts from Take reveal that Suzuka didn't show any signs of irregularity in behavior. He just accelerated on his own. This led many to believe that Suzuka simply wanted to see how fast he could go, which, once more, is clearly personified in umamusume. Unfortunately, at the age of 4 years old, Silent Suzuka, due to his injury in the Autumn 10 No Show, would be euthanized, ending a career with an undefeated year of racing. Unsurprisingly, this event came as a major shock to fans of Japanese horse racing.
That is absolutely heartbreaking. So Suzuka had to be put to sleep because of the injury? Was that 4 years old? Or did I mishear? Or 4 years old? Oh my gosh. That's so sad. Only 4 years old? Most horses don't recover from leg injuries. Oh no, it's understandable. Like, I get it's done for, you know, it's the best option for the horse. It's done compassionately. I totally get that. It was done out of love, but it's just so sad.
Fuji TV announcer's phrase, "the Sunday of silence," would become the symbol of this tragedy. The Autumn Tenno show would take place on November 1st, 1998.
Like, injuries are painful. Oh, you could see the horse was in so much pain. I just hope maybe, I don't know. I didn't know whether they were able to just rest it out in retirement or not, but no, you could tell the horse was in a lot of pain. It must have had some very loving people by its side, though, and very well taken care of, up until everything that happened.
Which fell on a Sunday. This phrase, "the Sunday of silence," would pay respects to the day of Suzuka's passing,
Aww.
and also the legacy that he came from, being an offspring of Sunday silence.
Oh, of course, Sunday silence and then silent Suzuka. Oh, that's so sweet. It seems like people in the horse racing world are so respectful and loving of the horses as well. So it must have been such a huge, horrible shock to everybody. Like, the grooms, the jockeys, the fans, like, the commentators, everyone.
To many, Suzuka's abrupt death was one of the biggest what-ifs in horse racing history. Suzuka had finally found a style which suited him, a jockey who he trusted dearly, and had gained the adoration of thousands. All these achievements alongside the prospect of even more wins snuffed out in an instant. Umamusume did a great job of showcasing Suzuka's legacy in the anime. As mentioned earlier, instead of simply writing Suzuka out of the series, she instead remains a motivator for Special Week and the rest of Team Spica.
Oh, so instead of, you know, I think that's so sweet that they still left her in. Because the thing is, a lot of people, especially people my age, would have most likely never heard of these horses. And with them being brought to life back again in the anime, and you know, umamusume in general, it really helps us to learn of their legacies as well, and what they achieved throughout their lives. I think that's really sweet that they kept Suzuka alive in the anime. Cause, oh, that's so sad.
Umamusume tends to shy away from creating scenarios that didn't occur in real-life records, but instead aim to honor the legacy that was left behind by racehorses who met an abrupt end. Silent Suzuka and Rise Shower are both examples of this,
Oh,
although they still
they happen to Rise Shower too? Oh.
exist in the series, their stories have ended long ago. A touching legacy hidden in the anime is Special Week and Suzuka's friendship. This is a nod to Take's following race in the Autumn Tenno show, where alongside Special Week, Take would bring home a first
Rise Showers is darker? It was worse? Oh.
place finish a year after Suzuka's tragic incident. A touching legacy displayed by a tight bond that these two Uma share while training in Tracen Academy.
That's so sweet. Oh.
Suzuka's legacy is also highlighted in Umamusume Pretty Derby, where the final race in her career before the Ura finale is the Autumn Tenno show, giving players a chance to allow her to finish a race that she never would.
Stop, that is so sad. But like, so you know what I mean? It's so, I don't know what the word would be. Like, it's so bittersweet, you know? The race that she was never able to complete, but you can complete it for her. Aww.
Impact of Suzuka's death hit people incredibly hard. A recount from Junko Hosoe, a race commentator who also appears in Umamusume, states that people flooded the phone lines of the JRA Tokyo racecourse, all inquiring if Suzuka was okay. Amazingly, the JRA did not turn these callers away. The internet wasn't as widespread at this time, so instead, the JRA spent the entire day relaying Suzuka's situation to concerned fans, urging them to pray for Suzuka's swift recovery. Suzuka's passing also led to the creation of memorials and even a dedicated song to honor him. This song is entitled Tenma no Yoni, like a Pegasus. Today, fans of Suzuka can visit the
Man, I don't know why like a Pegasus is so like that nearly brought me to tears, you know? That's so sweet.
Chukyo Racecourse to honor and pay respects to his legacy. A racehorse who redefined Japanese horse racing and left behind a string of triumphant victories.
I knew nothing about horse racing before Umamusume, but now I'm so into it. Such a once-in-a-lifetime franchise. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. It's so... There's so many happy, wonderful parts, but there's so many hearts... There's so many, like, parts that are also so heartbreaking, you know? Because Pegasi fly and running flat out is called flying. Silent Suzuka definitely flew. She did. Well, he did.
Personified in Umamusume by a diligent Uma with a deep compassion for her friends and a drive to always give it her all. This was the story of Silent Suzuka,
Aww.
a career which ended abruptly, but would leave behind a legacy that would inspire future generations to come. Who should I
Aw.
cover next in this series, and what was
This video was so well done. It was so well done. Oh, my heart. I feel like crying. It's just so sad, but like so lovely that we were able to experience it, you know? Like, oh, I don't know if I could watch Rice Showers 1 if you're saying it's worse. I think that would genuinely, like, do me in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could watch that without, like, actually bawling my eyes out. If you're saying it's, like, you know, if the story is even sadder. But, my goodness me. Oh, bro. Oh. I'm glad that I watched the video though, even though it was sad, it was so incredibly well done, you know? That was holy shit, dude.